All right, we can go ahead and get started. So if you haven't already, come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. We're going to start with 3 deep breaths, and then we'll go into our opening mantra. So I invite you to close your eyes, either have your hands sitting palms down on your knees, palms facing up for drawing in, palms facing down for grounding, or any mudra that suits you. And we're going to take a big inhale for 3, hold for 3, and exhale for 3. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, or hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 3 more at your own pace. On your next exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. We're going to start with 1 Om. I invite you to join me. That makes you comfortable. Big inhale. Sahana bhavatu, sahana bhukanatu, saha viryam karabhavatu, tehaspi navadhatamastu. Ma vidvi savaha. Shanti, welcome. So if you haven't already opened your eyes, you can gently begin to blink them open. What we're going to do next is we're going to start with a nice little face massage. It's my favorite way to start a yoga class. So we're going to bring our 2 peace fingers up. We're going to place them on either side of our jaw. And we're just going to rub gentle circles. Maybe move them up and down along your jawline, finding where you hold the most tension. For me, I clench my teeth, so I'm like right at the top, big, giant knots, always. Just Just allow your jaw to relax. And go ahead and bring your peace fingers up to your temples. Again, rub big circles, maybe working into your hairline. Just releasing any tension holding in your face. Gently allow your hands to fall away. Take your two thumbs and gently press them into the inner corners of your eyes, right next to the nose. Gently, you don't want any pain, but you do want to feel pressure. There are two little pressure points right here that stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. Gently allow your hands to fall away. Go ahead and bring your hands to both knees. We're gonna lean back, holding on to our knees like we're hanging off a cliff. So arch your back like you're doing a cat. Maybe flex each shoulder blade. Just waking up the spine. On your next inhale, come forward, arch your spine, heart bright, and breathe. On your next exhale, come to a neutral spine. Raise your left hand up above you, drop your right hand to the mat for a side stretch. Look up towards your left hand. Ground down through the left hip. Breathe into that side body. Inhale up to center. And exhale to the other side. Breathing deeply. On your next exhale, go ahead and come back to center. We're going to stretch our necks. So what I want you to do is take your right hand, place it over your left ear. Gently drop your right ear to your right shoulder, applying just a small amount of pressure on that left ear. Don't want to force anything. Definitely don't want any pain. I want you to turn your head like you're going to smell your armpit. Super cute. Grab onto, there's a little knob right on the back of your skull. Kind of hook your fingers on that. We're stretching our trapezius. It can get really tight if you're sitting at a desk all day. Maybe do little semicircles with your chin to find that juicy spot where you really need that stretch. Exhale, drop the hand, bring the chin to the center, chin on chest. Inhale, raise your left hand to your right ear, drop that left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe. And same thing. Turn your head like you're gonna smell your armpit. Maybe do semicircles till you find that perfect spot where you're like, yeah, that's it. That's where the tension is. Breathe into it. If it's too intense, you can let go of the pressure with your hand and just rest your head. And exhale, drop the hand. And we're gonna do a spinal warm up. So I want you to come to lying on your back. I want you to stack your right foot in between your left toes, so your Achilles tendon. Put that right in between your big toe and the rest of your toes. And then I want you to just windshield wiper them back and forth. Your hips will come up off the mat. That's all right. Just waking up the spine. Go ahead and switch sides. So left foot resting in between the right big toe and the rest of the toes, and sway side to side. On your next inhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Maybe rock back and forth. Exhale, let that left leg drop out to the floor. And roll over, right knee to the floor, stacking your shoulders for a spinal twist. Allow that right arm to cactus out over your right shoulder. Maybe it doesn't touch the mat, that's all right. Look over the right shoulder and breathe. On your next exhale, go ahead and come back to the center. Hug that right knee in, and then allow it to drop to the floor. Inhale that left knee to the chest. Give it a nice hug. And then come into your spinal twist on the other side. Left knee to the floor. Shoulders stack, and then allow that left arm to drop, looking over your left shoulder. Breathe. And exhale back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Thank your body for working hard for you every day. It's a miracle that you can be here in your practice, moving your body. Go ahead and start to rock backwards and forwards. And then come into a seated position, the top of your mat, legs crossed. We're going to do one more twist, and then we're going to go into a short flow. And then we'll go into our yin postures. So raise that left hand, place it on the right knee. Place the right hand on the ground behind you and look over that right shoulder. On your next inhale, come to center. Breathe deeply into your spine. Inhale that right hand up to the sky. Place it on your left knee, left hand behind you, and twist, looking over that left shoulder. On your next inhale, come back to facing center. Tuck the feet, roll onto the knees, and come to all fours. Tuck the toes and exhale back into downward facing dog. Do a little dance, stretch out your legs. Make sure that back is flat. Eyes of the elbows facing towards the front of the room or the front of the mat. Heels are grounding down towards the mat. They may not touch. Tailbone is lifted, tilted towards the sky. Head is relaxed. Gaze is either at the belly button or in between the toes. Take a big inhale, come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees and step forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, grab both elbows, go into your ragdoll. Swaying side to side. Inhale, come up with a flat back for half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up, hands overhead. Palms together to touch. And exhale through heart center. And hands come down to your sides for Tadasana, mountain pose. Bend the knees, raise the hands up over the head, palms together to touch, and exhale, hands through heart center, come down for your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back for plank, and lower down knees, chest, and chin. Come up for cobra. Rolling the shoulders backwards. And exhale down. Inhale, come up over the knees. And come back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Again, doing a little dance. Your legs are still tight. Inhale, come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees and step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up, hands together to touch. And exhale through heart center. Inhale, hands up, come together to touch. Exhale through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step it back. Lower down, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, come over the knees, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come up on the tippy toes, look forward, bend the knees, step to the top of your mat. Come up, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up, hands together to touch above the head. And exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, hands come up overhead and lean towards your right hand side. Hands together to touch, getting a nice side stretch. Inhale up to the center. And exhale, come over on that left side. And inhale to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. And down by your side, back to Tadasana, back to our grounding state. Inhale, hands up, slight back bend, opening the chest, looking up towards the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, step back, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that right leg towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the knee, curl the back, and gently place your right foot in between your hands. Come down with your left knee on the ground, untuck the toes, plant your right hand, and raise your left hand up to the sky. Inhale, plant the left hand, straighten the right leg, and come into a half split. Inhale, flatten the back, and exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, bend the right knee, come forward, come into half lunge. Hands come together to touch above the head, slight back bend. And exhale, plant the palms, tuck the toe, Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the knee, curl the back, plant the left foot in between the palms. Drop that right knee, untuck the toe. Come into a side, we're going to come into a side stretch. Plant that left hand, right hand towards the sky. And breathe. Exhale, plant the right hand, straighten the left leg for half split. Flex the foot, straighten the back, and exhale, fold over that leg. Inhale, bend the left knee, come forward for half lunge. Inhale the hands up, hands together to touch, slight back bend. And exhale, plant the hands, tuck the right toe, come back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Big inhale. And exhale, lion's breath. Do that again. Big inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Really hard to take yourself seriously when you're sticking your tongue out. Inhale, raise that right leg. Tuck the knee. Bring the left ankle to the left wrist for pigeon. Go ahead and walk that left leg back. If you need a block, go ahead and place it under your right hip for support. If not, go ahead and sit up tall. And exhale, walking your hands. Come gently into your forward fold. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. Make sure that right foot is flexed. Protect that ankle. On your next inhale, gently plant the hands, get the walk back. Plant the right hand, bend the left leg. Reach back with the left hand to grab the left foot, either grabbing on the inner edge or the outer edge, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Begin to bring that left foot towards your bum. If you have king pigeon in your practice, you can go there now. And breathe. Exhale. You're in king pigeon. Go ahead and start making your way out. And exhale, drop that foot. Tuck the toe. Come, bend the right knee. Come to sit on top of it. And then inhale, lift, and exhale. Come back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, drop that right leg and pedal it out. Nice little boogie. Yoga dance party. Come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg to the sky. And exhale, come into pigeon, bringing your right knee to your left, or your left knee, sorry, to your left wrist and your right ankle to your right wrist. Leg parallel to the front of the mat. Right foot flexed. Take a big inhale here, grounding. Again, you need more space. Go ahead and place a block under that left hip. If you're ready, go ahead and begin to walk it out. Come into your pigeon. 10 breaths. On your next inhale, plant the hands, begin to walk them back towards you. Then that right knee, plant the left hand, and reach back with your right hand for that right foot. Again, if you have king pigeon in your practice, now is the time to do it. If not, begin to draw that right heel towards your bum, getting that nice quad stretch. You never want to feel any sort of pinching in your low back. Always want to feel uncomfortable, but not in pain. Exhale, come out of king pigeon if you're there. And begin to drop that right foot towards the floor. Tuck the right toes. Lift the left leg. And come back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that left leg to the ground And do your little yoga dance. And exhale, come down, child's pose. Maybe bringing your hands by your side, relaxing your shoulders. Breathing into your back. Inhale, gently roll up. Come to seated warrior. Exhale, plant the hands, come onto all fours. Let the legs come into plank. And lower down chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, coming all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms, come into unsupported cobra. Arching spine, neck neutral, looking down towards your mat. Drishti is the tip of the nose. And exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees. Grab onto both feet or ankles. We're going to come into bow pose. So inhale, prepare. And exhale, come up, bow. You're grabbing onto your ankles. Go ahead and flex those feet. I want you to be breathing so deeply that it's actually causing you to rock back and forth with each inhale. So we're doing big, deep belly breaths. And exhale, release. Bring the hands together at the top of the mat. Support the forehead. Inhale, come up to all fours. Cross the ankles, roll over the feet, come into a seated position. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. We're going to come into straddle. So bring left and right leg straight, reaching towards either corner of your mat. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, begin to walk them forward. Only as far as you're comfortable going. Whatever you're doing, it's perfect. Don't worry about the shape. Just focus on that juicy, juicy stretch. Your hamstrings, on your inner thighs, maybe on your back. And breathe. Maybe folding a little deeper if you have some space. Maybe flex your quads. Come a little lower. And inhale, begin to walk it back. Grab the right knee with the right hand, tuck it, bring that left foot to the inner, or sorry, the right foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, bring that left hand to the sky, and exhale, drop it for a side stretch. Doing lots of side stretches today. And when you're ready, exhale and bring that right hand to the left foot, straighten the spine, fold over that left leg. Breathing here. Inhale, begin to roll up, bone by bone. Switch sides, so straighten that right leg. Bring that left foot into the right inner thigh. Inhale, that right hand up to the sky. Lean out towards your right side. Bring that left hand up to the sky, gaze towards the palm. And twist and bring your left hand to your right foot, folding over that right leg. Maybe see if you can kiss your knee. Thank your knee for being such a good knee. Thank you, knee. And inhale, begin to roll up slowly. If you have a block, we're going to come into supported bridge. If you don't have a block, you can just go into bridge and just be real gentle with it. So go ahead and come to lying on your back. You can also, if you don't have a block, bend your elbows and kind of support your hips with your hands. So we're going to come up, lift the hips. If you have a block, place that block under your hips. If you don't, bend the arms, make a little cushion for your hips. Allowing the spine to relax. Breathing here. If you're supporting yourself with your arms and it becomes a little too much for your elbows, go ahead and drop the hands, maybe clasp them. Just gently maintain that bridge. If you need to come out for any reason, that is okay. Just listen to your body. On your next inhale, lift your hips and remove the block. And exhale, drop the hips down to the mat. Tuck the knees, bring them in towards the chest, rocking side to side. Exhale, plant the heels on the mat and come up into bridge, walking your shoulders underneath you, bringing your hands together to touch, clasping. Drawing the legs in towards each other. You don't want them to fall out. Relax the glutes. And breathe. On your next exhale, drop the hips. Tuck the knees in towards the chest. And rock gently side to side. We're going to come into wheel. If you do not have wheel in your practice, today is not the day. Just go into bridge. If you are going into wheel, go ahead and plant the heels on the mat. Bring the palms to touch on the mat. Sorry, not to touch. Plant the palms on either side of the head. Take a big breath. And then exhale, push up into wheel. Maybe rocking back and forth a little bit, opening up the spine. Not a lot, just a little bit. And breathe. Inhale, tuck the chin, and exhale, bring it down to the mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe grab your feet. You can really get them in there. And squeeze yourself tight. Rock back and forth. Like you're giving yourself a hug, thanking your body for being so awesome. We're going to come into shoulder stand and then into plow. Go ahead and drop the legs. Plant the palms on the mat. Begin to roll up into your shoulder stand, supporting your low back with your arms. Point and flex the toes. And then gently exhale and come into plow pose. Toes grounding towards the mat. You feel stable here. You can drop the hands from your low back, bring them together, clasp them behind the back for a nice little shoulder stretch. If you don't feel stable, then keep your hands supporting your low back. Just meet your body where it's at and trust that it is exactly as it's supposed to be. Exhale, bend the knees, come into death man's pose. Try to squeeze the ears. And exhale, gently roll down vertebra by vertebra, back onto the mat. Allow the legs to fall. Tuck the shoulders underneath you. Bring both feet to either side of the mat, allowing the feet to fall out. Lay the hands on the mat, palms facing up. Savasana. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. Every exhale, I want you to imagine that you're getting heavier and heavier, sinking into your mat. Start with your feet and imagine they are so heavy that you can't even lift them. Not bad, they're just heavy. Allow that heavy, droopy feeling to work its way up through the calves, allowing them to turn off and become heavy. Allow that sensation to come into the knees, into the quads, into the hamstrings. Just turning off, becoming very, very heavy. Bring that heavy feeling into the hips, to the glutes. Allow everything to relax, everything to turn off. Bring that feeling into the core, to the low back, into the chest, into the upper back, allowing everything to turn off. Allow that heavy feeling to move through your shoulders, down your biceps, your triceps, through your elbows, into your forearms, into your palms, all the way to your fingertips. Allow it to come up through your throat, through your neck, through the back of the skull, top of the head, forehead. Allow the eyeballs to sink back into the skull, relaxing the tongue and breathing here. Take a big inhale, filling the chest. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe bend the elbows and bring the palms to rest on your chest. And the knees. Roll over onto your left or right side, whatever side serves you. And come into a fetal position, keeping the eyes closed. On your next inhale, gently come up to comfortable seated position. You need to open your eyes to get there, that's okay. But when you're seated, go ahead and close the eyes again. Bring the palms to the knees, facing down for grounding. We're going to end the practice with an Om, our closing mantra, and the second Om. Our closing mantra is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. It means, may everyone in the world find peace. Take a big inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Big inhale for our Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, peace. The light in me acknowledges and bows to the light that is also in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.